I'm Neale Mahoney, the Trione Director of SIEPR and the T.G. Wijaya Professor of Economics here at Stanford. I am delighted to welcome all of you to our Policy Forum on Childcare Affordability, Evidence, Policy, and Practice. There are few responsibilities more important, more essential to who we are than raising our children. As someone who was at home with two young children during the pandemic, I assure you it is not easy. For too long, our country has provided scant support to working families who are looking to access quality childcare for their children. And these financial burdens are particularly acute because they hit families early in their career, when they have the least earning power, when they haven't built up savings that they could use to pay for childcare costs. This creates agonizing choices. Pulling back on a promising career, moving to a cheaper town and enduring a grinding commute. It doesn't have to be this way. And right now, across the country, in cities and in states, and our home state of California, I think two forces are coming together which make me more optimistic about childcare reform than at any moment I can remember. The first is the attention on affordability for working families that I think has raised the importance of a host of issues, including childcare. So for some families, right, housing may be the most important issue, many families in our community. For some, it's healthcare. But for families with young children, childcare is often the largest budget item. Chloe was on the radio on a call-in show, and a number of people were calling up saying they spend more on childcare than they do on rent or on their mortgage in the Bay Area. That tells you how large the cost is. I think the second reason is that trailblazers around the country at the local and state level, including people in this room, has shown us that expanding childcare can be done in a way which benefits families, which aids child development, which supports childcare workers, and which unlocks labor force for our economy, all without breaking the budget. So today we're bringing together some of those leaders, experts, to teach us what they've learned and what the research says. We have Elizabeth Gorginski, the Secretary of New Mexico's Early Childhood Education and Care Department. As all of you know, New Mexico is the first state to offer free universal childcare, and as the department's first head, the Secretary has been instrumental in implementing this trailblazing policy. Kunal Modi will also be joining us. He's the Chief of Human and Health Services for the city of San Francisco. San Francisco recently made childcare free for the vast majority of its residents, and Kunal has been a driving force in making this happen. Kunal will be joined by Ingrid Mesquita, Director of San Francisco's Office of Early Care and Education. Ingrid is a longtime leader and key architect of the city's effort to expand access to high-quality childcare. Last but not least, we will close this afternoon with a fireside chat from Assemblymember Mia Bonta. Assemblymember Bonta represents California's 18th Assembly District, covering Oakland, Alameda, and Emeryville. She is a longtime champion of Californian families, the founding chair of California's Legislative Children's Caucus, and a leading voice in Sacramento advocating for the well-being of California's children. We also have two expert panels. The first brings together leaders who have advised state governors and have served in the White House. They'll share what they've learned on what works, what hasn't, and one comes next. The second turns to research. What does the evidence tell us about how to design childcare policy to maximize the impact for families, for children, and the broader economy? Look, I'm not naive. Doing big things is hard. Expanding childcare will not be easy. Nothing important is light work. There are budget constraints at the federal, state, and local level, and competing priorities, including housing and health care. Even among stakeholders and advocates, there are trade-offs and some healthy divergence in opinions, but momentum is building, and I'm hopeful that events like this one that bring together practitioners, scholars, and leaders are exactly how we make the connections, we share the insights to help us chart a path forward. So with that, I'm excited to get us started, and Ryan Cummings will be moderating the next session. Ryan Cummings is my chief of staff here at SIEPR, and I am delighted that he will be kicking things off.